there. It's another episode of A Word with Joy. This is Joy Bennett, your sponsor, your host and producer. And I am just thrilled today to have a very special guest, John Michael Ferrari. John is an award-winning country singer, songwriter, and has a very long, impressive career. He is just jam-packed with awards. I mean, coming up on November 10th, just in a few days from now, the Olympia Arts Award will name John Michael Ferrari Artist of the Year, and John Michael will perform at the event in Burbank, California on November 12th. The Producer's Choice Awards will award him Single of the Year for his pop dance song, One Heck of a Girl, which is a great tune. I love that tune, which he will perform at the event in Nevada. John is a multiple award-winning singer-songwriter and entertainer who loves being on stage. He says he believes there are no strangers in the audience and shares his emotional songs about life's expectations with sophistication and playfulness. Along with his musical producer and manager, Pepper Ray, they have produced an amazing amount of beautiful, just very soulful and very comforting music. After the night we had last night when Trump got reelected, I needed it. So it was very nice to hear. In the International Singer-Songwriter Association Awards in August of this year, Mr. Ferrari was named Best Male Album of the Year for his Best Male Album of the Year Silver for his recent album, I Keep Dreaming. So give a listen on Apple Music and wherever you get your Spotify to John Michael Ferrari. He's just a wonderful, wonderful singer. I am not a huge country western fan. I like a little bit, but I know good music when I hear it, and he's got it. He's got a warmth and a sincerity and a grace about him, and I'm just thrilled to have him and Pepper kind of in the background. They're here today. So welcome, John Michael.
Thank you for having me on your show, Joy.
Well, thank you for being here. I am just so thrilled to have this opportunity to interview you. We have a few questions for you. We wanted to know, let's see, where are my questions? Hold on. First of all, tell us a little bit about your start in the music business. How did you get started way back?
Well, I was a kid that loved music and loved the guitar, and I was about 8 years old when I got my first guitar. And that was the beginning. I learned how to play Tom Dooley on the guitar, and I mixed playing music and roller skating and ice skating at the same time. I had two hobbies, and I went back and forth from each one. But over the years, I dropped roller skating and stuck with music.
Well, we're certainly glad you did. What are some of your biggest influences, favorite artists as far as your musical career?
Well, I remember as a small kid, I saw a movie called The Al Jolson Story. And I loved that entertainer. He was a singer, entertainer, and he'd come out and he'd talk to the audience and sing and dance and everything. That was my beginning interest. But my interest mainly was the influence of rock and roll music, listening to the 50s music when I was a little kid. Shaboom. I don't know if you remember that song. Shaboom, shaboom.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
So I was just influenced by that kind of music. And growing up, that's all I listened to on the radio. I'd walk down the street with a little transistor radio and listen to the music on my way to school and on my way home from school, and that was the beginning of it.
You have a birthday coming up, November 11th.
I do.
We're taping on November 6th, so happy birthday a little bit in advance.
Thank you.
In your early years, you were sent to the Nevada State Children's Home at age 15, and then you joined the United States Army at age 18, serving in the Vietnam War. And your first, I believe your first recognized song, Dust Up, was from that experience. And I think it's a beautiful song. You actually hear the noise of the helicopters, if you remember the helicopters in Vietnam, subtly, but I was like, what's that? Oh, that's a helicopter. So it's a very, very good song. And I got that. I think that kind of got you started, really. And then you had a meeting with Pepper J, who is your musical producer. You met. Tell us a little bit about meeting Pepper J and how that all started.
Well, I was performing at a place called Highland Springs. It's outside of Palm Springs. It was a resort. It, much more like the resort you saw in Dirty Dancing. Do you ever see that movie, Dirty Dancing?
Yes, I did.
And
More
everybody
than one.
comes the summertime to the resort, and they spend time there. That's the kind of resort I performed at, and that's where I met Pepper J. And I was performing in the lounge, and she came up to me and she said, "I could make you better." And
Yeah, that's
she took
nice.
me from playing in small lounges into main showrooms.
That's
Taught me the
fabulous. That's
skills and
fabulous.
how to do that.
You really have had an amazing career. And interestingly, you split your time between a ranch in Nevada and Nashville.
Correct.
So which is your favorite, or you just love both of them?
Well, we enjoy both of them. We always look forward to going to Nashville because it's
Uh-huh.
always exciting to see a lot of my friends who live
Yeah.
there. We record all of our songs there.
Uh-huh.
And when we're there, we enjoy and we look forward to coming back to the ranch. We have a beautiful
That's
ranch,
wonderful.
5-acre ranch right outside Las Vegas. And we love being here. This is our home.
That's fabulous. You have a very varied background. You had also a photographer and director of photography. You've worked with top models and up-and-coming filmmakers. Your credits include Minor Matters CD for the musical group People's Republic. And as a director, your credits include Hercules in Hollywood, the TV pilot The Road Studio. I mean, he's got just an amazing list of accomplishments. You graced the cover of Hollywood Weekly with a 6-page article in February 2020. And I like this. You're an author. You've also written Acting with Your Eyes. And then along with Pepper J, your Ferrari is the co-author of Dynamic Song Performance, The Singer's Bible. I got to get a hold of that. I can use that in my karaoke career.
Yeah, it's a very good
That
book.
sounds
Good reading
fascinating.
book. Yeah.
Really. So just all kinds of accomplishments. I mean, I could read, basically, you got to just go and listen. That's the best thing to find out about John Michael. I just love, there are no strangers in the audience. He writes emotional storytelling songs. He loves what he does, and there's no place he'd rather be than on stage. I just love that. And he got the National Music Awards award for Radio Artist of the Year last year. He was named Crossover Artist of the Year by New Music Awards. Just incredible career. What about? Let me get back to my questions here. How much are you on the road touring, and how much are you there recording? I mean, do you still tour, or is it a recording career mostly, or what's the breakdown of that?
Well, we just went on a Smoky Mountain tour last year. Was it last year? Beginning of this year. We don't do a lot of touring right now. We spend a lot of time in the recording studio. I spend a lot of time writing. We spend time here at the ranch. It's a creative place. We do some touring, but mostly recording and performing inside of Nashville. We do a lot of the writers' rounds because a lot of my friends live there, and that's what they do. So we join in on them. We're going back there in a couple of next month. We just got back, matter of fact, beginning of this week from Nashville, where we recorded some more songs, and we're going back again in December and again in March.
That's
At Larry
amazing.
Beard's recording studio. We do most of our recording at the Larry Beard Music Group.
Do you do 100% original songs, or do you have some songs that have been written by other people? Or
no, we do pretty much original songs. Now when we do shows, we throw in occasional cover songs from different eras of the 50s or 60s or 70s. Sometimes we have fun nights, and we'll do a disco night, and everybody dresses up in disco outfits. And
cool.
I have a lot of my friends that come in, and we collaborate and do harmonies, and it's a fun night. But
That's
mostly it's original songs.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we'll throw in show tunes like a medley from
Mm.
West Side Story or Fiddler on the Roof.
Mm. Those are
Some,
such great musical
yeah.
elements. I mean,
So
just
people like to hear those type of things, but primarily I'm a recording artist, singer, songwriter.
uh-huh, definitely, definitely. What would you say some of your big? I mean, if you had to tell someone, okay, here's my 3 top songs. If you don't not familiar with my sound, which 3 would you recommend to them to listen to first? Your favorites, your strong, the strongest. What 3 songs?
Oh, of
I know
my
it's hard to pick.
songs, if I was going
Yes.
to recommend to somebody. Well, it's hard. It's like asking which child would you like me to talk about best?
Yeah.
Um, any of them.
I like Dust Stuff. I like Dust Stuff, and I like the one about the cute girl. What was the name of that? It's kind of a little upbeat. That the
Who's
cutest
that
girl or
girl?
something. The what?
Or One Heck of a Girl, or Who's That Girl?
Yes, that's it. Those are good songs.
Yeah.
One heck.
A lot of my songs are just really kind of love songs.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
writing those kind of songs because people can listen to those over and over again.
Absolutely. We need more love in the world these days.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's exactly true. I totally agree with that. As far as an education, did you graduate from high school, college? I mean, or did you just go to the Navy after? What was your background educationally?
Well, I dropped out of high school and went
Mm-hmm.
into the military, and that's where I got
Uh-huh.
my GED.
Mm-hmm.
When I came out of high school, I went to junior college for a while,
Uh-huh.
but my interest was just in music, and
Yeah.
I didn't particularly care for what they were teaching me. I wanted to be more creative right
Mm.
away.
Yeah.
And being an artist, there's some people that can go to school and learn uh, the theory and all kinds of different things about music. But at that time, I just wanted to write, wanted to sing.
Yeah.
Now, over
Yeah.
the years, I learned all the stuff a lot of the stuff they teach in school. So I got my
Uh-huh.
education that way by just learning, performing
Yeah.
live in
The
venues and
school of
being
life.
around other musicians.
Yeah. Do you ever get stage fright or butterflies, or is it after so many years it's just not a factor?
No, I get anxious because I'm always
Mm-hmm.
excited about going out and performing. But
Mm-hmm.
when we do shows, we do a lot of rehearsals. It's like when you
Yes.
do a stage play, you have
Yeah.
tons of rehearsals,
Mm.
and I'm really into rehearsing a lot.
Yeah.
So by the time we get ready to do a show, I know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So it's just the excitement of doing the show. But as far as
Uh-huh.
getting nervous or butterflies, uh, no, not really.
Probably after this point, you're like an old pro, and you just get your rehearsals in, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
So tell me more about the ranch. Is it a working ranch with tons of animals, or is it what? Tell me this. Help me picture the ranch in
Well,
the
we have
valley.
it's a resort kind of ranch. We built a resort
Uh-huh.
for us, some
Oh,
place, and for children to come in and experience. We have
oh,
chickens, dogs, cats,
cool.
peacocks,
Oh,
goats, tortoises, and little creatures crawling around in all over the place. Um,
how many acres is it?
5 acres.
It's a
It's a
pretty good
small
size
ranch.
ranch.
It
Yeah,
used to be a horse
that sounds
ranch.
good. And that's outside of Las Vegas, way outside of Las Vegas, or
It's about an hour
what
outside of Las
area?
Vegas in a place called
Pardon me?
Pahrump. It's about an hour outside of Las Vegas.
Okay, so you're not too far out if you want to go
No.
back to perform or just hang out. It's about an hour, so that's kind of cool. Do you get a lot of heat out there lately? Because I know the
Oh,
temperatures change.
yeah, it gets in the teens, 117. And we're close
Oh
to the
boy.
Death Valley. We're very
Oh, okay.
close, so it gets really
Yeah,
hot out there. Yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's really changed our world. I mean, there's places I used to go. Now I don't think I'd go to Palm Springs in the summer. I'd go fall, winter, spring, but summer. I mean, they do have those misters in Palm Springs though, and everything's air conditioned. But I'm like, nope, I'll stay home. I don't want
Yeah.
to be uncomfortable. Anyway, but that's going to be exciting coming up for you for your getting the Where did it go? The Olympia Arts Awards coming up November 10th, and November 12th, the Producer's Choice Awards. So they're constantly giving this guy awards. And that'll be a nice birthday present for you.
Yeah, that would be. That's going to be very nice to receive that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything you'd like to talk about, mention, new albums coming out, or some song that you just released, or something special?
Well, we're working on a new album right now. That's what we're doing in Nashville. I don't know when that's going to come out, but
does it have a name yet?
I don't think it has a name. No, we haven't come up with a name yet.
We're going to work on that. Okay.
It'll just pop out to us one day and say, "Oh, this is the name of the album." It'll be one of the songs, you know.
You'll get there. Yeah. That sounds wonderful. Well, we've been speaking with John Michael Ferrari. For more information about Mr. Ferrari, you can go to johnmichaelferrari.com. That's JohnMichaelFerrari.com. And we also want to give a little shout out to Pepper. Pepper is the one that made this whole thing happen.
Pepper J.
Pepper Ray. She's your right-hand lady, I think. She's the musical producer. She is the expert in performing, helping, raise the level of performances. So she spotted John Michael years ago, and I think she realized, okay, this guy's got it. I can help. And years later, look at this. What we've got, a huge musical collaboration and catalog from all your work together. So hats off to you. So basically, I thought it was interesting. You actually are an author. I definitely want to get that book, Dynamic Song Performance, The Singer's Bible. Is that available on Amazon?
Yes, available on Amazon, isn't it? Yes.
I would like to get that. I'll buy a copy because, even if you're just a karaoke singer like me, it's a challenge to make even if it's a one-song performance, to make it as fine as you can. And what you said earlier about rehearsal, it's the same thing with writing. Writing is not writing, it's rewriting. It's going over and over and over and making sure you fine tune every little nuance, and make sure you've got your ducks in the row for all the things that you can do. And Ferrari also wrote a booklet called Acting with Your Eyes. I want to get a hold of that. And look at this. Additionally, he serves on the SAG-AFTRA nominating committee for TV Show Awards 2022 to 2024. So this guy's just got, all over the place. It's really amazing what you've accomplished. They have named a country song co-wrote with Pepper J and Ray Ligon, Working My Way to Nashville, Best New Country Song. I mean, just all these awards. Whoa. I got to get to Nashville. I always want to go there, and I have yet to be there. I have got to go. I'll just get in the car one week and just go.
Well, it's a friendly town. It's a pretty friendly town.
Yeah.
And that's why songwriters go there.
Pardon me?
That's why people like to go there, and especially songwriters, because it's a welcoming town. And if you're new in town, it's easy to get to know people and collaborate with other people. That's a good way to ingrain yourself into the Nashville scene as a songwriter, is you go to the writers' rounds and you listen to other people and you find people that you like and you start up a conversation. You say, can we co-write something? And everybody wants to co-write because that's your way in to the business.
Mm-hmm. Great. That's great. And they also have, what was I going to say about, something about, I was going to mention the musical scene in Los Angeles where I am. It's pretty good too. I was just at the Mint the other night. If you ever get a chance you may know the Mint in West Los Angeles.
Yeah, we've been there.
It's a fabulous place. It's got a huge, long history. I happened to see Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters there.
Oh, Billy Bob
along Thornton. With Fran Moran. It's just a great. I'm going to write on my blog about that, so you can go to joybennett.com as soon as I get a chance to put that up with lots of pictures. I had a blast. I just was rocking out. Here I am, a 69-year-old lady rocking out to that. He did Frank Moran and the Nervous Wrecks, it's called. I don't know if you ever heard of them. It's a good group. He did Surrender. I couldn't believe it. It was great. I loved it. And then we saw Billy Bob, of course, the famous actor who is a very fine musician as well, and his band. It was just a blast. It really was. And before the opening act was a wonderful singer, songwriter, guitarist named Angela Peretti. Oops, what's his name? Pirelli, I think it's called. I'll put it in the notes there. But she opened, and she has such a great guitar playing ability, and she's also a very kind of vulnerable voice. Kind of took a while to grow on me, but it was good. But I'll write that up in the blog post, which I'll get to within the next day or so, and with some pictures on that. And that was just so much fun. It really was. Okay, anything else you'd like to add, John?
No, I just thank you for having me on your show. And we used to live in LA, so say hello to LA for us.
Good. Yeah, I love it here. I really do. There's got some problems. We've had a little bit uptick in, homeless and crime, but that's pretty much everywhere these days. And,
what area do you live in?
We live in Santa Monica.
Oh, Santa Monica.
Which is by the water. It's really nice. It's really nice. And after the election, oh my God, I almost went out to the liquor store and I'm like, no, you don't. Just bear with it. Because I wanted Kamala to win, but didn't happen. So we had a good cry about that, and then we got back to work.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Anyway, you have a great afternoon. I appreciate your time. Say hi to Pepper J for us. She's real shy, but she does the job, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And we'll get this up real quick because I have another guest we're taping this afternoon. Normally, I don't do this. So I'm going to put yours up super quick. I'll let you know when it's up. You can pass the word around to on your friends and family and all that. And then we'll get this out real quick because I don't know why I did 2 guests in one day. I'm like, never again. Usually I try to do 1 every week or 2, but it's okay. I can handle it.
All right, Joy.
Anyway,
thank you very much.
Michael, thank you. Pardon me?
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. And thanks for Pepper J. We will be back with more episodes of A Word with Joy. Once again, for more information about John Michael Ferrari, you can go to johnmichaelferrari.com. You also have an Instagram, which I believe is John Michael Ferrari, isn't it?
Yeah.
On your Instagram? Yeah, that's it. It's the same as his name on Instagram, John Michael Ferrari. And then for me, I'm Joy Bennett, the host and producer. You can go to joybennett.com for my writing background. You can go to A Word with Joy just to learn more about the podcast itself. So we're always taping episodes. Like and share. We're having an expanding audience here. And this has just been a lot of fun, John. It really has. Thank you so much for being there. Have a great day and carry on with your beautiful, beautiful music.
Thank you, Joy.
Love it.
All right.
Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.